In the bottom left, in the blue, the online warrior. He wins so many of these. He's Cure. His opponent in the upper right, the GSL finalist. Finally showing that class that we know he has for Team NV, Creator. And, you know, I feel Creator's PvZ is very good. And if we talk about, well, you lost to Rogue 4-2. Well, again, first of all, 2 of those games probably could have been Creator victories if they were played a little differently. And second of all, he's Rogue. He's not like playing Zerg. It's like, I don't know, playing against Maru. You're not playing you're not playing XVT. You're playing XV Maru. And that's a little different. So, you know, similar idea. Especially Rogue in a finals. I mean, that game 2 build was brilliant and bonkers. But anyways, Creator's PvZ is very good. You know, we cannot take that one away from him. But I would argue his PvT is even better. I mean, he took down so many good players in the round of 10 to make it to the round of 6. From that point onwards, you know, he didn't really have to worry about Terrans all that much, but he took on a lot of good Terrans to get there. And yes, he did lose to Ryung and Katowice, but also that was Ryung pretty much showcasing a new build, at least a new build in competitive settings, and killing every single person, every single Protoss with it. Showtime, funnily enough, is the one Terran, or is the one Protoss that survived. It's going to be a Twilight opener from Creator here in this game number 1, and Glittering Ashes is a good time. Glittering Ashes is a pretty good map. I know you might say, well, oh, it's going to take forever to play. But that just means it gives us a higher likelihood of one of those epic PVTs that we have been treated to as of late. Although I guess this is actually going to be for Proxy Dark Shrine, maybe, as we see the probe on the bottom side. But theoretically, I mean, talking about epic PVTs, it was on Curious Minds, to be fair, but I'm still not over Beyond Classic from EPT Korea. It was just that good. But for now, Creator's just got the probe on the bottom side, not really doing much of anything with it. It will be Blink. Okay, so, you know, he had me fooled. He had me bamboozled, boom-bazzled, whatever it is. Oh, and Kid Chillin', glad you like the music. I need to add a little bit more variety. I only have 2 tracks that work for this right now. But more intro music is coming when I have the time to sit down and listen to a bunch of 30-second tracks and find what works. But okay. Widow Mine drop from Cure. That shouldn't surprise anyone. Cure loves his Widow Mines, and he loves dropping them in his opponent's face, making them explode in his opponent's face. And get your mind out of the gutter, folks. How many gateways are we looking at for Creator in this game? So 3 gate expand is going to be what we got here. No Robo just yet. And the Hellion actually gets into the main base, gets a nice full scout. It's going to be able to count the gateways at least, and that's something. I mean, most importantly, he scouts the lack of a Robo, so he knows that this is not super committed. It allows Kira to maybe play a little bit, well, a little bit greedier, a little bit more aggressive, either aggressive economically or really aggressive economically, because he knows that 3-gate stalkers are something that you can absolutely find value with. But again, the lack of a Robo does mean that's a problem. Ooh, look at this. We're going to have a heavy charge last style. We're going to have Mr. Gateway Man showing up today. Not even in PvZ. Because, folks, this is Double Forge. Double Forge, no Robo. And these are going to be some heavily upgraded charge lots. Heavily upgraded stalkers. And eventually a transition into Colossus or Disruptors or whatever it is that Creator wants. But that's not the thing that we're going to see for quite a while. Because double Chrono on 1-1 means that realistically 1-1 probably completes before the +1 attack of Here does. When he looks to hit that 730 timing, Creator is going to have 1-1. The zealots that he's going to have, the charge lots that he is going to have in this game are going to be so powerful. That this push that Cure wants to do, because he's telegraphing it. He's got 2 barracks. He's got another 3rd one on the way. This is your 3-1-1, your typical Terran pressure build. It has defined the meta for a solid 2 years now. This response, though, it's kind of almost greedy response where you do get these forges quickly, delay your gateways slightly, is somewhat new. Generally, if you're going to do that, you get like one forge. You get armor and you get attack depending on where you want to go out of that, and you look to swarm. But in this game, Creator is only going to be on 3 gases. He has a Templar Archives on the way for Archons. It's going to be a little while before he can afford the gas for Storm on top of that. But he's going to have 1-1. He's going to have 2-2 on the way by the time this Terran push happens. And that means he's going to be so far ahead in upgrades, assuming he gets, say, 3 more warp-in cycles or something like that. His supply is going to be fairly equal. His Zealots are going to be so much more powerful that I don't like this push from Cure. I don't think it's going to work out all that well. Now, Raven auto turret's going to be annoying. It's going to drop a couple auto turrets, but not going to do all that much. Templar warped in, looking for the feedback, but there's actually not a lot of energy to remove from this anymore. In fact, Zealot gets warped in just to soak the damage. And now Creator, his 1-1 is done. Yeah, sure, upgrades for the Terran are done too, but the Stark Shares, they look to be aggressive. They find that there's no third to pressure. Because they can, but on the flip side, Cure is not going to be able to really just get out on the map all that much. His third base needs to get started soon enough, and Armory's on the way. But, oh, actually, what? Actually, that Armory's really smart, right? Because there is no Robo. There will be one eventually, but there is no Robo right now, which means no Observers, which means Cloaked Widow Mines outside of, say, a cannon are going to be totally useful, are going to be massively useful. So I love that iteration there from Cure. It's not something that we see all that often, not something we see all that normally. But here's what he's going to go for here, and it's going to make this push a lot stronger from Cure than I might otherwise have expected. And, okay, Cure's adding his 2 additional barracks after the 3rd base, so not going for a Cure 2 base all in. Of course, 4th base on the way for a Creator in a really weird spot. Not somewhere where you would normally expect, but that has been scouted out by... What am I drop? Okay, Stalkers warp in though, and they should be able to blink on top of this, and they're going to kill things a little bit faster. Probes are going to get pulled, trying to kill that one, and yeah, they're not. Oh, nice target fire there. Cure gets a little more than he should have. It drop into the natural, and the pull is going to be good, but again, the problem with no Robo, you don't really have a lot of detection, so it takes a while. He's going to have to be paying attention to this for a good amount of time. We got to make sure that that High Templar does not go down. A couple more workers fall, grand total of 6. But now here comes the fight. Creator, not sure that you really want to take that, but now here he goes. One Widow Mine is not really going to get all that much in flank from his side. Actually, Stalkers, they're going to hem all this in, and they're going to try to find as much damage as they can. Stalkers blink forward. Medivacs is starting to fall. 8 workers have died on the backside, so Creator's economy is not quite where he wants it to be just yet, but he is knocking down this army from Cure. The promise of upgrades, promising indeed, but the Widow Mines on the backside are going to be fantastic. Stalkers blink forward. Widow Mines, they're still not found, but Medivacs, they fall. 15 workers die on the backside, forcing Creator to be almost all in. But we got to remember, Cure does not have a 3rd base. He's down 20 army supply. So Widow Mine has 5 kills, and I think that's the only one still active. Yeah, that's the only one still active. And breaking a 2-base Terran is pretty damn hard. Okay, auto turrets are going to get dropped here. Actually, it looks like they're going to try to snipe this, but they're not going to be successful in doing so. A couple more workers go down, but not the end of the world. And as much as we say, hey, look, Creator is all in, kind of is. He has 4 bases. He can build 4 probes at a time. He can recover from this economic deficit while denying the 3rd base of his opponent. And Cure's not really building SCVs right now. Not really. Maybe he's just happy at 57. Maybe he's worried about this pressure from a Creator. Not really sure. But again, he's not building it as much as he would like. Widow Mines in random spots, trying to maybe catch... Oh, he's going to try to catch the Stalkers on the backside. Going through... Oh, the Stalkers, are they going to be aware of it? They don't know. Oh, no, they do at the last second. He sees the traces. Creator was paying attention, and that means he's not going to lose these Stalkers. Really smart move from Cure, but it will not come to fruition. And now Creator's just got to buy a little more time. Wait, am I? Oh, Creator... A little bit of a mistake there. Creator meant to blink that out, but he selected the wrong Stalker to blink backwards, and that's something. But Psystorm done in 10 seconds. And that is going to be where things start to really become interesting. Widow Mine. Okay, it's going to sacrifice his Zealot for the cause. Raven still being obnoxious. 3 more workers go down. And, oh, Cure's army on the north side. Creator is just going for it, though. He says, oh, that's fine. I know your army's away from things. I can always recall to my 3rd. I don't know how much I like that, but Creator's doing it anyways. So base trade ahoy, folks. Don't base trade a Terran, but Crater, he does have an insanely powerful army. 2-2 versus 1-1. Bunch of storms here. Tanks are going to go down immediately. I don't think there are any ghosts on the field, so really, there we go. Storm number 1 gets dropped. The Widowmine's actually found tremendous value to start here, but the natural is under threat. Crater loses his third base pretty quickly, though. So a bunch of probes go down. He's down in army supply just a little bit, has a marginally larger bank, and we will start to see the command center burn. So I think, yeah, that actually is just going to die. That's nice. Stalkers pulling forward, trying to get up on the high ground. Storms on the defending bio are going to try to have something to say about that one, but more and more Widowmines, they're just finding value. Time after time after time, they're causing problems, and now Curious in the natural. Pretty soon, Crater, if he wants to recall, he's going to have to do it right now because he will lose his next eye. He will lose the opportunity to do that, but he says, yeah, screw that one. I got to do this right here, right now. Storms, again, they're fantastic. They are truly fantastic. But the army of Crater seems like it's getting smaller and smaller. And we still have this fight. Oh, defensive storm. Is there a second? No, there's only one. Still a lot of the supply of Cure falls, but not enough because Crater's army is still not dominating the fight here on the north side. Not really, but there we go. Bio is dead. Reinforcements are really short to arrive. So at the very least, it's within 8 army supply. A lot of the supply by Cure, by the way, is in his medevacs. They fight, or they heal, but they do not fight. Now, Crater, if he wants to get one more warp in. Actually, he can. He's supply blocked, but Stalkers will kill this. Yeah. Okay, so all the orbitals are going to start to burn. All the orbitals will probably die. Where are our SCVs? Way far away. So these orbitals will die. We're going to have to see another one get made. Where does Crater go? He still has plenty of structures, so it's not going to be all that much. He doesn't have any production. And really, Cure's got a little bit more. And folks, how do we get so lucky? Crater just plays good games. So we're fully on the base trade now. What is this on the north side? Barris going down here. Cure is going to try to reestablish at least some semblance of a production cycle. And unfortunately, Crater was not able to deny the eBay. Or he was not able to deny the eBay. So it is it is 2-2 versus 2-2. Crater has a Nexus here. Does he have an observer, though? Okay, so he does have 2 observers. And the Raven's really going to be the only way that you deal with that one for the next while. Eventually, you're going to have orbitals for scans. But again, for right now, it really is that Raven that you are scared of. Although, Armory? There's no Armory anymore. So that, at least that is the saving grace. Widowmines can be dealt with in a way that they could not before. Although, looks like Widowmine does get... Oh, it's dead. But does get something more. And now the last of the production of Cure will fall. And that is... you don't even attack that barracks, really. But now we're going to see the second barracks burning, and it really will be on the factory is the only thing that remains that you can build something out of. So from that perspective, Cure, yeah, he's rebuilding his supply, his ability to build things. But he needs production too. It's going to be a lot more expensive for him to set up anything. Well, actually, that's not even true. Crater can't build anything either. The question now is who takes this fight? Because what are we looking at? We're looking at 7 medevacs. So 14 of the 52 supply of Crater, or of Cure, are in medevacs, which again are incredibly useful. But they don't kill things. So from that perspective, 10 Marauders, 8 Marines, and a Raven, if they drop auto turrets, are the only things that can actually kill this army of Crater. And in low supply situations like this, that actually can give the Protoss player a pretty significant edge. Akira's built a lot of supply depots. You're trying to make it so he can hopefully build something, an SCV maybe. And this does favor him. Storm drops, and it's actually not... You need to kill things with Storm, not just damage them. Oh, but the SCVs, that's what you really want. That is what a hero truly needs. Random Widowmines in the map, still finding value here. But they do trade their lives. So you get one Zealot, you kill a Widowmine. At this point, not totally sure how worthwhile that is, but now Store, High Templar, yeah, he drags them in because they're not in hold position. You brilliant man, Creator, that is wonderful. And now Creators look to go on in. Only 2 Widowmines remain, which are the scariest thing in this army. Scariest component of this army, and you've just put, yep, hallucinate some Archons. You run them in first. Eat the Widowmine shot. Storm drop down and everything. Now the High Templar will be trapped in the Warp Prism for a little bit because the Raven has it disabled. But the Raven sacrificing his life for the cause as well here, but we need another Storm. We need that splash damage. Creator, he's waiting so long, and there's the Storm, but the army's dead anyways. Does not matter. The Raven, the clutch unit, saves the fight for Cure, and I don't think Creator can do this anymore. Storm's just gonna whiff. Yeah, this is it. There's nothing he can do anymore. The healing was too damn much. Not enough burst to deal with this. 4 Stalkers versus the world. The world is not a forgiving place. The world is cold and dark. Certainly for these Stalkers. But he's trying. 4 Stalkers and a Warp Prism. A dream for Creator. Remember, Creator is mining behind this, so is Cure. But yeah, it's not going to be enough. Oh, man. The disable on the Warp Prism was clutch as hell. And it gives Cure a 1-0 lead. Spawning in the bottom left here is apparently the Korean server hates us. He is up 1. Cure. His opponent in the upper right in the red. Looking to tie it up. Creator. Looks like the ping storm has calmed down. Only 500 milliseconds. I mean, that's a lot to play on, but should be enough to make things rubber band like this. I mean, hell. I made diamond on 700 milliseconds. I'm again reminded of how much I love that GG emote. My favorite thing. So folks, if you also want a robot to raise its hands in celebration when a game ends, low price of $5 a month, you can get access to it. Trader will be unsuccessful in stopping this command center, delaying it really in any way, which theoretically means he doesn't send the Adept across the map, although this is a prime example of a game that you would want to do that because this is a Marine opener, not a Reaper opener. So we may see him do it anyways, just look for some pressure. Because he certainly will not be dealing with any pressure on his side of the map, although he doesn't really know that yet because he didn't see what popped out. But okay, now the probe sees the Marine, which means, okay, look, now gas is not getting spent, quicker factory, probably a tech-heavy opening, drop of some way, something like that. But it also means this Adept can run around the map pretty much unfettered. The Reaper is not going to put pressure on Creator's side of the map that would force it back. And in response to that Marine First Scout, what do we see? Stargate. That's actually a fantastic solution. Stargate, specifically going Phoenix play, is the optimal way to deal with a lot of these early drops. It doesn't do well against the 3-Rex because 3-Rex just kind of runs in. Phoenix can't lift enough. But you go Phoenix, it's fantastic against early Widow Mines, Hellion drops, everything under the sun. But the heavy barracks pressure. So Def's gonna scout. This is 3 Marines and a Hellion. That most certainly means that the Hellion is not the drop from Cure, funnily enough. You see the one and it really is just one of those, yeah, I need a little time. Hellions are only minerals. They're cheap. They're a good scout. They're good defensively against some of the stuff that the Protoss is going to get early, so it's really fine. But there we go. Widowmine's on the way. Medivacs on the way. Or Widowmine and Medivac, singular, on the way. And Creator's going Oracle first. We should see Phoenix after this, I think. And of course, this Hellion, if it dives in, it's going to dive in for scouting. It's not really going to figure out too much about how this game is going, or it's not going to do too much damage, but there we go. Okay, Phoenix on the way after this. So Creator should be well prepared. He should be well prepared to defend the oncoming drops of whatever form they take. I mean, in this case, it's going to be 2 or... Single Widowmine, single Medevac. Sure is really not... Oh, no, that's why. He's got 7 Marines in a Medevac. That's a weird drop. That is that's off meta. That's what we were going to say. But Oracle and the Natural's going to kill 2 workers. We're going to try to pay attention to how much damage this is going to get. Oracle got to be antsy, of course, because there's a Widowmine hiding, sharking somewhere, and it does take a while to kill things. But dropping the main base here, Phoenix. Phoenix is great against most drop plays, not against this one. 1 Phoenix does not fight 7 Marines. 2 Phoenix also does not fight 7 Marines, but for now, at the very least, they're going to be able to do something here. Maybe take down the Medevac eventually. More Adepts are getting warped in. More Phoenix are going to warp in. And eventually, this is going to get cleaned up, but for now, mining time is lost. Marines are starting to get lifted here. Phoenix not really getting targeted down because he says, let me kill the ground stuff instead. That gives me more time. But there we go. Medevac's dead, so these Marines will fall. Well handled by the enemy Protoss. But interesting. Additional barracks on the way, of course. That's not all that crazy. But we got a second Raven on the way after this. Normally you would get one for the disables on Colossus, something like that, but going double Raven, especially against a Phoenix player, that's a ballsy move. It really is a ballsy move, although maybe he thinks, I've done enough. He's only going to stay on 3 Phoenix, and I don't really have to worry about it all that much, but there we go. Cyclone locks on, 2 workers go down, delay the second and third barracks. That's going to be nice. And more importantly, he saw the Raven. And pretty soon, when the Raven drops auto turrets in his natural, creator will know about the other Ravens. So he's going to say, okay, 2 Ravens, weird. How does this change my game plan? It means I'm certainly not going tons of robo units, not necessarily. But as this is a Phoenix Colossus player, it does mean he's going to do that. But this Raven is dead. So that's nice at the very least. You lose 2 workers, you kill a Raven. Yeah, you're very, very fine with that one. Some more Phoenix on the way. Colossus is going to be started pretty soon here as well. So the Robo Bay is complete. And again, the style creator has gone for it is well positioned to deal with the oncoming pressure from Fury. You should have about 2 Colossus, maybe the first one done, second one on the way by the time the pressure from Fury hits, but really should be 2 Colossus if Chrono is used appropriately. He's got Stasis Swords out front, Phoenix to lift up all the power units, to lift up these Widow Mines and Marauders and things like that, knock down the Raven before it happens. So as long as creator is able to be active on the map, and he certainly is right now, already doing a little bit of damage to the Raven. If he can get the Raven, the push is dead in the water, by the way. The Raven is the linchpin of this push, and if you lose it, it is a problem. Here, lift that Cyclone. Don't let a Phoenix die. There we go. Cyclone gets lifted. More Phoenix. They're just being annoying at this point. Active on the map. But the timing from Cure is coming soon. We have 1 Colossus out, second one on the way, and no extended thermal lance just yet. Seems like creator says, I value my +1, and I value that second Colossus more than I value getting extended thermal lance just yet. We shall see. Indeed we shall. So second Colossus done, third one on the way in time for Cure's push. Raven has plentiful energy to disable, so really the Phoenix, they need to be dogging the footsteps right now as we got a Widowmine drop into the Naturals. Creator paying attention. That's the big question. Yes, he is. Nice quick pull here. The Phoenix are going to rotate back on home, and they're going to say, hey, no Widowmine drops for you. But realistically, there we go. The Widowmine is going to get picked up, goes down. This just buys time for the Raven to go in. Raven to get the disable on the Colossus. 1, 2 go down. Third one's not ready yet. In fact, Cure's just going to kill it. So brilliant move from the online warrior here. He says, yeah, you don't get to do anything. Colossus, they start to fall. Third one's going to pop out, but it's into the waiting maws of death. 1 Colossus, it can shoot, but it's derping all over the place. And we will have 2 Colossus here for this fight after all. Bio-stimming into the main base. Bunch of workers are going to go down. Cure bypassed and everything. He says, yeah, Frank, I can't probably fight this army anymore, but I can wipe out 25 workers in the middle of an eye, in the blink of an eye. There we go. And it is going to work out for him pretty damn well here. Actually, no, he's just going to kill the Colossus too. Why the hell not? That was a big move. That was a hell of a move. 1 Colossus survived, I guess. But now, creator down 15 workers, 10 workers, 14 workers. There we go. That's the math. We got 2-1 on the way, sure, but he's got a mountain to climb. Yes, Cure lost a lot of his army, but if you look at resources lost, I mean, it doesn't matter that Cure lost an entire army. Because first of all, his Raven got out. And second of all, he killed 2 Colossus and 4 Phoenix, but really he killed 2 Colossus, and that's the linchpin of that army. So Cure, he's going to look to get pressure again. Apparently, I just want to keep talking about linchpin of armies. That's fine. Verbal ruts and all that, but here's a drop in the main base from Cure right now. He's going to run into some Phoenix, though, and that is something at the very least, but not... The count's not as big as it was, so it's only 3 Phoenix here. They're going to scout it out. This is going to be nice. The Raven actually is going to get killed. That's fantastic. It means the Colossus can actually fight. They can have a game. Those great big robots in the sky can do something. But Phoenix continue to fall. Widowmines on Colossus. Oh, it's almost going to kill the Colossus. That's unfortunate, but Colossus from the high ground, they're doing something. And this is just going to get less damage from Cure, I think. But less damage when you're already winning? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Cure, he 2-0s. He's in the finals.